In this video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the Desoutter line of automatic feed drills. On my table here, I have examples of the two types of drills that Desoutter offers, which are electric drive pneumatic feed drills and pneumatic drive pneumatic feed drills. Now, generally speaking, the electric drive pneumatic feed drills are used in applications that see the drill being left on throughout the day, or applications that require more power, as the electric feed drill line is available in ratings up to 1.5 horsepower, whereas the pneumatic feed drill line is available in ratings up to 0.85 horsepower. Now, if you check out these pneumatic feed drills, you'll notice that they are more compact, which means if you're tight on space, these are most likely more appropriate for you. Also, another nice thing about these pneumatic feed drills is that they work very well on demand. So if you have an application where you're only using your drill intermittently and you're not using it all the time, these work great because they'll deliver the power and go through the cycle as soon as you get them going and turn them on. There's really no delay there. So to get into model specifics, this particular model right here is an AFDE 610 series drill. And again, it has an electric motor with a pneumatic feed. Now, as far as the controls for either of these types of drills are concerned, they are identical. So they both use the same type of control block. And I'll just go over the details of the control block on the electric drill here to give you a better idea of how this works. So if you look at the buttons here, we have most noticeably the green and the red button, which the green button, if you press this, this will actuate the drilling cycle right from the drill itself. And the red button, if you press this here, this will stop the drilling cycle, again, right from the drill itself. Now, your next option for controlling these drills is by pneumatic signal. So you can remotely control these drills with pneumatic signals. And to do that, you use this port here and this port here. Now, this port under the green button, you give this a pneumatic signal and this will start your drilling cycle. And this port here under the red button, give this a pneumatic signal and that's going to stop your drilling cycle. Okay? Now, you also have a third option to control these drills, which is by a PLC, and you would do that using solenoids, giving it an electric signal. So you'd mount a solenoid here, and this solenoid would accept an electric signal and that would start your drilling cycle. And you can mount a solenoid here, and this would accept an electrical signal and that would stop your drilling cycle. Okay? So those are your three options for controlling your drills. Now, you also have these three knobs here, here, and here, and these three knobs will adjust the rate of feed. There's one to adjust the rate of feed going out, one to adjust the rate of feed going in, and then one to adjust the overall rate of feed altogether. Alright, then you also have a port here and a port here, and each one of these ports will accept a proximity switch to give you a signal. So this port right here, if you mount the prox switch here, it'll give you a signal when the drill actually reaches its complete depth. So it lets you know when it goes all the way down in its cycle. And then this port right here will accept a prox switch, and this gives off a signal as to when the drill returns to its datum or its rest position. Okay? Then here, this is where you plug in your main air supply, and that's a standard 1/4 inch MPT. And again, these drills run at about 90 psi, that's the recommended operating pressure. And then you have another port here, this is your R port. Now this port, if you connect a hose from your R port to the nose of the drill, this will give it a pneumatically assisted retract function. So if you have a heavy attachment on the end of this drill, like a tapping head or a multi-spindle head, and you want to be sure that there's no hesitation when your drill retracts, you would attach a hose from here to here, and this would actually use air pressure to force it back. Okay? Now, I took the cover off this drill just to give you an idea of how it goes through its feed cycle. And these are two important parts for you to take notice of. This right here adjusts where your stop is on the travel of the drill. So you can adjust this screw up and down, and when this screw hits the button up here, there's a button underneath here, this will stop the cycle. So that's when it will get all the way to the end of its cycle. Now on this side, this is where you mount your hydraulic check unit. Now the hydraulic check unit is purchased separately, but I have it mounted here for reference so you can see what it looks like. And this unit will adjust the rate at which this drill feeds. Now I don't have the screw tightened, and that's why you saw it drop there. And I'll actually take it out so you can get a better look at what the check unit looks like. It has an adjustment dial on the top, and it is hydraulic. Okay, so that's one of your most important accessories for this drill. Now another accessory that's extremely common, what you're going to need, is your output module. Now there's different types of output modules available for the Desoutter feed drills, so they're modular, the attachments that you can put on here. This particular one has a number 2 Jacobs taper, so this will accept a Jacobs chuck. So to put this module in the drill, you're simply going to drop it in the nose here. And then this screw will lock it into place. And then you can mount, in this case, your chuck right on here. And this is what your drill is going to look like, fully assembled and ready to go. And we'll get into more detail about how these drills operate later. This is the end of today's video.